We have Zach Gagon here on the Making the Team podcast. Thanks for being here, and thanks for taking the time to answer some of these questions for me.
Yeah, thank you.
And you've dedicated a lot of your life to the sport of basketball. So my question is, why? What is it about basketball that you enjoy?
Yeah, I think a main part of it is just honestly the friendships that come out of it. You're playing with your team, 4 years in high school. You make great friendship, and coach always says like even after high school, he's still tight with his teammates from high school. And so I just I've always thought about that and cherished that part of it. But also just the game of basketball is so fun. There's no sport like it. I mean, you're out there performing on a Friday night in front of your school, and it's just a great feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. What does pressure feel like to you, right? You're talking about that. There's lights, there's cheerleaders, there's parents, there's band sometimes, there's all that stuff. What does pressure feel like to you?
I think it can be different for everyone, but pressure for me, I don't know. I usually get the task of guarding the best guy. So I think the pressure for me is I like to try to keep them underneath their average usually. So that's usually somewhat of a pressure. But also instead of pressure, you could look at it as like almost a challenge or an excitement. Instead of pressure, have it be like joy almost. And just flipping your mindset on instead of pressure, having it be like a different feeling. Mm-hmm. And then that way you're just, instead of feeling tight at the game, you're feeling loose and excited and stuff like that. And it's just, usually the game goes better when you're feeling less pressure.
Your coach said that Zach Gagon is one of the most underrated players in the state because he does everything. So when you hear that, what do you think?
I don't know about one of the most underrated players, but yeah, it's pretty rare, I feel like, to find a guy that just loves to play defense. And that's what I like to do. I love to play defense. And like I said, coach puts me on their best guy. And instead of being like, oh, crap, I have to guard their best guy that averages 20, I see it as I get to. And I get the opportunity to just do my best and just try to stop him from, playing his best game. And so I like that.
How do you approach that? Like, what does scouting another team look like for you?
Yeah, so we do our team scout, right? We have scouting reports, and coach is really good at that. He tells us, what their tendencies are. Usually he has, a shot chart of how they like to shoot. But outside of that, I know usually there's, the main guy that I guard, but there's also a second guy that I usually guard, just depending on if the main guy goes out or not. But I like to there's an app called Huddle, and it's just like a film app, and I just go on to the other teams, and you can watch the person's shot attempts. So I like to watch their shot attempts, just kind of get their tendencies. So that way when I go into the game, then I already have their tendencies down, and I can just try to force them out of their tendencies and make them feel out of rhythm.
Mm-hmm. Who are some of the tougher players you've had to guard?
Yeah, let's see. Going back to last year, I'd say for AF, it was Bryce Mella. He's a good player. He's just all around. And he's physical, super physical. And then this year and last year we played Layton and Carter Miller. Both years he's averaging 25 both years, and he's just super quick. I think quick guards are the hardest ones to guard just because they can usually shoot, but also they're so fast off the dribble. So it's just you have to get out to their shot, but also you have to give them enough space to give yourself some room in case they just decide to drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Carter and Bryce.
I tell our kids at Rifton sometimes that there are hundreds of thousands of kids, if not more, that wish they could play high school basketball. They wish they could have made the team. Mm-hmm. And then there are still kids that play on the team but don't ever make it to the varsity level and don't ever start varsity. And you're there. Yeah. So what do you think those who haven't been where you're at don't understand about what it takes to get there?
I think, honestly, just the amount of time it takes outside of team practice. To be good, you have to put in hours outside of the team stuff. I mean, in the fall, we have, before season, we do usually practices 3 times a week for 2 hours at nights. And some people, the people that don't play varsity, start varsity, they would be like, yeah, that's enough. 3 times, 2 hours is plenty. But if you really want to be good, you need to get into the gym every day for at least an hour outside of team stuff. And that way you can just develop your game, work on your skills, and the work ethic that you put in will just pay off in the end.
Do you have a routine when you go work out by yourself? Is that with a dad? Is that with friends? What does that look like?
I usually like to go with teammates. I think it's just going with teammates helps build the bond with the teammates, and just it helps unify us as one. But if I just go by myself, one of our coaches has a gym in his house, and he has like a shooting gun or whatever. And so I just like to go, I'll do like a little bit of dribbling, and then I'll do some finishes, and then I just like to get on the gun for 30 minutes, work on dribble pull-ups, spot up threes, off the dribble threes, just kind of all different variations.
We talked to Joel a little bit about this. So my dad had what was called a scholarship shot. So what is the shot that's going to get you a scholarship because you're so good at it? What is your favorite shot? When it comes to you in a game, you're like, this is going in.
I like the wing, the left wing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably my best shot. Left wing, anywhere on the left side. That's normally where I play, so I like to work on the left side a lot.
Is it a three? Is it a mid-range? What are you wanting to do there?
Yeah, left wing 3, but I would say my main is driving. I like to drive and get in there, make contact, and finish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Watching you play, I would describe you as tough. Like you're just a tough nut. And so again, you've had to guard some of our guys. How did you develop that? Was that something you've always grown up, just being, I'm going to take the best player and defend him and guard him and be tough? Or is that something that you kind of developed later?
I've always just loved the quote, offense wins games, defense wins championships. And ever since that, my dad is always like, defense, defense, defense. And so I'd say from when I was a little kid, I've just always been like, defense is obviously a main portion of the game. And also before me, my brothers played at Skyridge, and they were the defensive guy too. So I just felt like I almost had like the expectation to be the defensive guy too. So I guess as I was watching them play in high school and I was still younger, I was like, okay, I would kind of want to be that. And so I started working on it then.
Some of the greatest scorers, which you have to guard, do so by getting a lot of points at the free throw line. So how do you guard great scorers without fouling?
Yeah, it's hard because sometimes the calls just don't go your way. But the refs oftentimes are looking for 2 hands up. They're looking for like hand movements. So if you like swipe down on the ball or swipe at the person, the ref's usually going to call a foul. So I just like to come at the player just both hands up, showing my hands. So that way the ref can see that I'm not swiping or like grabbing them, and just trying to be as straight as possible.
Nice. How long have you been playing with your team? Like the guys on your team? A long time?
Yeah, 3rd, 4th grade, ever since we were little kids.
What do you admire about your teammates?
I think a main aspect that I love about my teammates is they're all super kind. They're all genuine and caring for me. Like off the court, if I have a problem, they're like, I'm here for you. Like if you need anything, let me know. And I think that goes a long way because on the court, then it's like, oh yeah, they care for me off the court. They're going to care for me on the court and stuff like that. But also, I think we're all unselfish. I mean, we just want to win the game. So if that's Joel having 15 points and me having 2, I'm just as happy for Joel as if I were the one scoring 15. And that goes all the way around. Like, we don't really care who scores. We just want to win.
You guys have won a lot of games. You've won a lot of games against good teams. What in your mind does it take to win high school basketball games?
Honestly, just the toughest team. Whoever comes out first, and it just sets the tone. They're usually the ones that they say, we're playing at this level, like, and we're not going to mess around. We're just going to get out here and play business, you know?
How do you keep that mindset when you're playing maybe a team that on paper shouldn't even be close?
Yeah, I think
your level from dipping.
One of our coaches, Coach Barnes, always says, treat it as a region game. I mean, they might not be the best team that we're playing against, but he always says, when you're playing those teams, you got to treat it like a region game. You can't let your expectations drop because then in the region games, they will drop. You have to always keep the standard high and just treat it as if it's the top game.
You guys play really fast.
Yes.
You guys play really tough, real aggressive. You'll pick up full court if you have to. How did you get into shape? Like, what does conditioning look like in your program to get you to be able to perform like that for that long?
In practice, we get up and down a lot. We like to play full court and do different drills that involve running. And even before the season, we do with our strength and conditioning coach, I guess we could call him, we do a conditioning test, and it's pretty rough. Some people don't even pass it, so it's intense. But I think, especially coming into this season, we knew we were going to be playing fast and up and down quick. So we all just knew we needed to be in shape. And so, I mean, when we'd go to workouts, we'd do like free throws. If you miss, like if you don't get 8 out of 10, then you have to run. And so I think just like that kind of stuff, just knowing we're going to play fast and just playing up and down.
And it seems like it's a huge advantage as teams get tired and you're able to put that pressure on them for so long.
Yeah.
You think in the fourth quarters it pays off.
Yeah.
What is it like playing for Coach Gardner? What do you enjoy about playing for him?
I think he's a great guy. I love playing for him. He's most of all, he focuses on like our growth as humans and becoming more after the basketball, like outside the basketball court. Like he always is just focusing on treating other people kind and building relationships and just building character on the basketball court. So for after, we're a better dad, husband, employee. But yeah, I like that portion, how he just focuses and emphasizes on what's after basketball for us. And also he focuses on academics a lot. I think that's really important college isn't cheap. And if you're not good enough to go play basketball somewhere, then schooling and getting good grades in high school can get you scholarships for academics in college, which helps pay a big portion of it. And I think that's important. Just always focusing on school, almost before basketball, getting that schoolwork done before basketball.
How does he and how do you? So how does your team hold each other accountable for things that are going on? Like if you're dropping or you make mistakes, how does the coach hold you accountable? And then also, how do you hold your teammates accountable?
I don't know. He says it how it is. If you shoot a bad shot, that's not good for the team. He'll say that's not like a good shot that we want to shoot. And I think that that's pretty much how he says it how it is and stuff. And as teammates, we always build each other up, but also we just say hey, maybe we could find a better one next time and stuff like that. Just try to build each other up, but as we're trying to critique and keep each other accountable.
Do you what bothers you more, a teammate taking a bad shot or missing a defensive rotation?
I would say defensive rotation because
you're a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, what are some coachisms? What are some phrases that Coach Gardner repeats a lot that you just remember?
He says, play hard, smart, together, and fundamentally sound. Okay. It's kind of like a team motto almost, but he says that a lot. Realities are, it comes down to that. If you're playing hard, you're playing smart, playing together, and fundamentally sound, you're probably going to win the game. The team that plays the hardest and the smartest is going to come out on top.
What does game day look like for you? Do you have any game day traditions or superstitions?
I wouldn't say superstitions. I don't know. I've kind of been thinking about it lately, do I play better when I do this or that? But I can't really think of any. So I don't know. I usually especially during region, because we have the girls game, then the boys game. So we have a little more time to just relax. I usually like to take an hour nap and then I take a shower as well. So I think that kind of resets from having school, just resets, taking that shower. And then I usually listen to music once I get to the gym during the JV game. Just throw on my headphones, watch the game, kind of think about stuff and just get ready to play.
What's the playlist? What's on the playlist?
It honestly just depends. Sometimes it's Drake, sometimes it's Gunna, and then sometimes it's Chris Stapleton and country.
All right.
So it just kind of depends on what I'm feeling.
Do you have a pregame meal? Is there food that you like to eat or avoid?
I usually just eat whatever we do, a team dinner the day of, and usually just whatever that is. Things I would avoid. I don't really like heavy pastas. Okay. Usually are not the best option for me, but yeah, I'm not too picky.
What are your favorite basketball shoes of all time?
I would personally say Sabrina's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you're currently wearing for games?
Yeah, I have a pair of Sabrina's and I also wear KD's.
Okay.
Yeah. But my Sabrina's have been super good.
What makes you decide to wear one over the other?
Just kind of depends with the jerseys. Okay. My Sabrina's don't really go with some of our jerseys, so I just choose the other ones those games. But I don't know. I kind of ask my teammates, just be like, what shoes should I wear today? And then whatever they say is kind of what I go with.
Do you have a favorite jersey, a favorite uniform that you guys have?
I like our blacks this year. Black with an orange tint on the sleeves and whatever.
Yeah. What about you as a person outside of basketball? What do you like outside basketball?
Anything outdoors. I like to camp, hike, fish, stuff like that. I like to hang out with my friends a lot. Usually that's what I'm doing. It's just anything with my friends. Yeah.
What does the ideal future look like for you for this season and then after your senior year?
Yeah. The ideal future would obviously be the state championship, right? And I think we're good enough to get there. We just got to keep working hard and just keep every day, just bring it. But that would be the ideal future for sure. It's just that. And after, I plan on going on a mission. And then once I get back from that, just probably college, just getting a degree in something and starting my career.
Where would you want to go on your mission?
I've been thinking about it. I think Ireland.
All right.
I think that would be pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about college? Do you have a preference?
Somewhere in Utah, but not really like set on anywhere. Like, no, I'm done. I'm not going there.
Okay.
Just kind of leave it up. Not really sure yet.
These are some questions from the internet, so I am not responsible for
Okay.
coming up with these.
Okay.
Who on the team talks the most trash?
The most trash? Hunter Sheffield.
Your top 8 on the team, so your top 8 guys, you all play 1-on-1 to 11. Start at the 3-point line. You get 3 dribbles, no offensive rebounds. Who wins that tournament?
Give me Ryder Gentry.
This is not me asking this. You and I play 1-on-1 to 11. What's the score?
Like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't seen you play basketball, so give me 11-4.
I'm winning or you're
I'm
right?
winning.
Oh, okay.
11-4.
All right. There's not a lot of confidence in me.
I've never seen you play. So.
What's your career high at any level?
Career high at any level? I think like 23.
Okay. Do you remember the game?
I think it was a freshman game at Viewpoint, but I'm not really sure which game it was.
You have one game in your career to replay again. What game are you choosing?
Last year, Lone Peak, at Lone Peak for the state game, the second round.
What would you have done different?
I don't know. We were right with them till like pretty much the fourth quarter. It was neck and neck, and then they just kind of pulled away. I'd love to rerun that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Give us another chance.
Who's the GOAT?
Michael Jordan.
Perfect. That's the right answer.
Yes.
Somebody else answered something different. What is your favorite place to play that is not Skyridge?
Probably say AF, American Fork, just because I like their gym's pretty close to Skyridge's, like in like brightness and stuff like that and layout. So I just like that gym.
Last question. Thanks for taking this time. If you had a time machine and you could go back to visit with yourself for 30 minutes, your freshman self, what advice would you give?
I would just say, like, stick with it. I mean, there's lots of ups and downs with this sport, and just you never know how it's going to turn out, you know. It might be you might not even play freshman ball, you know, but just keep working and just keep fighting through those hard times and just, you know, it's all going to work out in the end. And just if you put in that work, then it's going to work out and just stuff like that. But also, like, it's sometimes easy to get burnt out with how much you play. Go back to that why of why you're playing basketball. And I think that honestly helps a lot. Just helps you remember why you love the sport and why you're playing, and helps you get out of those like times where you're just like, why am I still playing? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd say that's probably it.
It's awesome. And I told Joel this too, and I talked to our seniors about it. There are 44 days left. So the state championship game is 44 days from now. So every day matters.
Yeah.
And then your high school career is done, assuming you make it that far. So live it up, enjoy it. As an old guy who looks back on his life and his high school career, like, just enjoy it. Just enjoy every minute of it. Because you're right, there are hard times, there are good times, but it's all part of it. So thanks for doing this. Thanks for sharing this. And I genuinely hope you guys have a great season. I genuinely hope that you guys do well, and it'll be fun to watch.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.